We live in a society that blames parents for basically everything. And it's easy to do, in part because most parents understand that bringing a child into this world comes with a ton of responsibilities. But also in part because almost every parent has this picture in their mind, this mental image of what the perfect parent looks like. And when they don't measure up to their ideal of the perfect parent, they blame themselves for not measuring up. Can we talk about that today? There is some truth to the idea that as parents, our actions do influence the type of person that their children will become. For example, consuming drugs, alcohol, and certain medications while pregnant will affect the health of the child. At the same time, many children do grow up to emulate the actions and behaviors of their parents. For example, children that are abused often do grow up to abuse. But it's also true that from the moment of conception, certain biological and psychological character traits, like personality, are already set regardless of what you do. That's important, so let me say it again. Yes, as parents, some things that we do can influence our children, even including their health or their behavior. But at the same time, there's an awful lot of behavioral, psychological, and physical traits that are set regardless of what we do. The reason that's so important that I repeated it is because parents often fall into the trap of accepting blame for their children's misdeeds, things they have no control over, but yet accept the blame for. If you struggle with that, I have an entire playlist here on YouTube that may be of benefit to you called Parental Blame. The fact of the matter is that ever since Adam and Eve, all parents everywhere in the entire human race have made mistakes. There's always something we could have done better and didn't. We don't get redos, we don't get do-overs. It's just how it is. There are no perfect parents. But interestingly, good parents are not perfect parents. It is, however, I believe important to remember that as our children grow, they gain the ability to make more and more decisions for their own lives. The benefit of being able to make these decisions is that you can indeed make your own decisions. The drawback is that if you're able to make your own decisions, you give up the right or ability to blame anyone else for those decisions. For example, when you were a teenager, I'm certain that you did certain things that your parents disagreed with. They were not able to control what you did because you had the ability to make your own decisions. By the same token, you could not blame your parents for those decisions because you had the ability to make your own decisions. Your child is in the exact same situation. They can make their own decisions, but they cannot blame anyone else, including you, for those decisions. And let's be honest, all behaviors are decisions. Addiction or rehabilitation, decision. Honesty or deceit, decision. Put in effort, not put in effort, decision. All behaviors are decisions. And as an adult or mid to late teenager, They have all the authority in their lives to make decisions for their own life. Bottom line is this: did you make some mistakes? Almost certainly. There are no perfect parents. We all make mistakes. Good parents are not perfect parents. Unless you did some really monstrous stuff, though, your mistakes did not destroy your child. They didn't even set the course for where they ended up in life. The reality is, for the vast majority of us, your child is where they are in life as a result of their own decisions. They made their decisions. The consequences put them where they are, good or bad, in life today. Even to my ears, this sounds harsh. It sounds like you made your bed, you lie in it. But it's actually really, really good news. Think about this a minute. If your child is where they're at in life based on your decisions, on your mistakes, they have no authority and no power and no control to change anything of where they are in life. It's all on you. If they are where they're at in life based on their decisions, the consequences of their choices, then that gives them, again, all the power in the world to make better choices and choose better outcomes. In a nutshell, if they don't like where they are, they can choose today to make different choices.